All right, Sona, let's start with you.
Ma'am, I wrote about Shri Munshi Premchand, the Indian novelist and writer. That's
All right, very good.
now start.
Yeah.
Shri Munshi Premchand was born on 31st July 1880. His birthplace is Lumbini, Varanasi. He was died on 8 October 1936 in Varanasi. His nickname was the Dhanpat Rai, and his wife name was Shrivas, Shi- Shivarani, Shivarani Devi. Uh, uh, he was an Indian teacher. He was the teacher, and he was the Indian writer, and he was called as the king of the Indian literature. He was the writer of the Hindi and Urdu, and he was also devoted writer during his lifetime. He wrote many things, novels, many poems, stories in on social things. Uh, his Hindi novel and stories are very famous, like Godan, Gaban, Karm Bhumi, Rang Bhumi, Nirmala, Mansarovar, Seva Sadan, Kafan, Shatranj ke Khiladi, Namak ka Daroga, which was mm, uh, read in the which was we read in our school time. That Namak ka Daroga, Prem Ashram and Do Ki Gatha, uh, and many more. Eid ka पूस की रात पंच परमेश्वर प्रतिज्ञा and uh, that's many more. He was the writer many things. Uh, in this um, in this Munshi Premchand, the most famous stories are the Nirmala Godan, Shatranj ka Khiladi, Vardhan, Mansarovar, and the many more. On the based of the Munshi Premchand novel, uh, in 1963, the movie is released. Godan in on the base of the Munshi Premchand novel. Uh, uh, his director was Trilok Jetli, and screenplay was the screenplay Munshi Premchand. Cast is the Rajkumar, Kaushal, and Gaban, and one more movie is on his novel. Gaban is also in the 1936 movie. That's nice.
Okay. So, Munshi
Nice.
Prem, hello.
Hi, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, yeah, Sonal Priya,
Yes.
it is good that you are taking out writers from the past, and they are a writer of repute, and they are a huge source of inspiration. And did you
Yes,
know
ma'am.
that he was one person, he developed a lot of interest in reading books? How it happened, the writers, for one, we can say that he developed this his keen interest and enthusiasm in reading books after his mother's death. And that is why he did a job of book selling to a book wholesaler. And to get a chance to read more books, he took admission at a missionary school where he learned English and read the George W. M. Reynolds' 8 volumes named Mysteries of the Court of London. So he was one person who was so much well read. It is not that he only wrote in he wrote in Hindi and Urdu, but then he was quite well versed at English too. Because
He was
imagine,
devoted writer
yeah,
on his lifetime.
he was. And imagine taking admission in a missionary school where he learned English and read and was so much keenly interested in the in each language. Like people who are into literature, into Sahitya, they want to know each and everything. They want to explore the world. And he always believed to write about social realism, whatever is happening in the society, the fiction, faction. His stories were based on facts, the realism in his stories, and the Hindi literature, and discussed the status of women in society. So he was also one of the persons besides Mulk Rajanan. He was also right. He wrote about the downtrodden, the poor people, the especially women and their condition in India. So these writers have done a lot of good to society, and they are when they are writing, their writing style is argumentative. It means they write to give you a lesson, and they would inspire you. Do not only just read it, but read and be inspired by and take action. What action are you taking? So if you have read his stories, every story will leave some questions hanging in your mind. Yeah, I think we should sit up and do something for the society. He was always talking about the status of women in society. So, of course, he was also he studied at Banaras, uh, Queen's College in Banaras, and he was a day scholar there. He was not a boarder there, he was a day scholar there. After his father was posted to a Jamia in the mid 1890s, and he was studying in class 9 when he got married at the age of 15. So imagine the burden of a family at 15
उस
getting
समय
married.
होती थी, उस समय तो बचपन में शादी हो जाती थी.
Yes. At the age of 15, he got married, and he was only studying in standard 9. And he stopped his studies after his father's death in the year 1897. And because of his long illness, he has started working, taking tuitions to Banarsi advocate sons after just for 5 rupees a month. So see the struggles in these writers' life. They have seen life from a very close range, and that is what makes them the realistic writers, the fiction faction.
And ma'am, many that age of 85, I think he's died. I think that many he wrote many Hindi novels, and many some novels are incomplete because I think age of at the he
Yes,
come
yes,
yes
it was left like just like that, and nobody completed that.
Mangal Sutra is incomplete
Yeah,
yet
exactly.
that he can't complete. I think because of he's got
Because of his prolonged illness.
85 or that his age is 85 maybe.
But this is also inspiring that he did not stop writing till he died.
That's a
He
devoted writer.
continued. He was one person. He was this passion for writing continued throughout his life.
And not only Munshi Premchand, many more novelists, Indian novelists are right, but there's I think last many novels are incompleted. Not only Munshi Premchand, many are
Exactly,
there.
exactly.
They're not completed at the age of I think because of their age.
Because
That's
of
why.
age, because of illness. And see, this is one thing, when you become a writer, when you start writing something for yourself, like when you started writing this idea bank, if this habit continues, you will continue to write no matter what. This will take a lot of time, and it will take a lot of passion. And then right now you're doing it for improving yourself. You will not know when this will become a habit. And when this
And
will turn into a habit and a hobby, you will not know.
And ma'am, that's it. The today's youngsters and our young generation need to know this that Munshi Premchand that nowadays English they're declining to the English novels. Okay, English are, I think dominating. That
That's true. That's
we
true.
need to know this
You need
Munshi
to know
Premchand
your
is our culture related to
yeah
our culture.
culture.
Yes, and he wrote the many more things. And in my Hindi, this is the he wrote the many Hindi novels, which our grandfather, our mother, that read in their time. That yes,
They are the masterpiece. No? They can never be a second Munshi Chand. They can never be another Tagore. They can never be another Mulk Raj Anand. If you can go into the deep
in the Munshi Premchand was called the king of Hindi literature.
king of Indian
क्या
literature.
कहते उपन्यास का सम्राट.
हाँ, उपन्यास का सम्राट उनको खिताब मिला था.
उनसे बड़ा
And
दूसरा कोई नहीं है.
नहीं, that's true. True, very true.
बहुत है भाई, लेकिन मुंशी प्रेम जैसा नहीं.
Okay. So Sonal Priya is digging out gold from and for you guys and be inspired. See,
नहीं ठीक है, लोग अंग्रेजी नॉवल पढ़ते, ठीक है, लेकिन ज्यादा झुकाव अंग्रेजी की तरफ
है. मैं रामधारी सिद्धूलिकर.
हाँ बहुत लोग हैं, लेकिन भाई मुंशी प्रेमचंद बहुत पहले से बहुत ज्यादा लिखा है लोग.
Exactly. So these are the things what happens in bridge class, writing class, where you are given space freedom to choose your own topics. And here we are getting a bouquet of lot of fragrance of a lot of thinkers or writers, young artists, young writers. You are in the making. Uh, yes, let us turn to Shivam Kumar. He raised his hands, and
कुछ
then
लोग हिंदी का भी नॉवल पढ़ते हैं, लेकिन भाई ज्यादातर झुकाव अंग्रेजी की तरफ दिमाग में घुसा हुआ, अंग्रेजी अंग्रेजी है, थोड़ा हिंदी में पढ़ लो.
all right, Shivam, share your idea.
Yes, ma'am. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is one of the most significant and popular missions to have to taken place in India. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan translates to Clean India Mission. The drive was formulated to cover all the cities and towns of India to make them clean. This campaign administered by the Indian government and was introduced by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. It was launched on 2nd October in order to honor Mahatma Gandhi's vision of a clean India. Thank you.
All right. So, so when you are making a public speech, Shivam, you need to look at the audience also, right? So you are talking to us, so you need to look at us. Yes, Sanjana Kumari, let's start.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Sanjana Kumari, roll number 7. I would like to say about Indian Army. First of all, I say about soldier. Soldiers are one of the greatest assets of any country. A soldier is the pride of his nation. He defends the honor of his motherland with his life and blood. He has risen above his own life to defend the nation. His profession brings out the best qualities in him, like discipline, team spirit, loyalty, etc. Every Indian countries, some things as far as the defense of India is concerned, but the role which a soldier play in defending and protecting the borders of India. A soldier is the most disciplined person of the nation. A soldier, like no doubt, is very difficult. Indian Army is the part of the India, the country that contributes itself to the safety and the unity of India. There are three uniform part of the Indian Army: the Indian Army, the Indian Navy, and the Indian Air Force. Army in India were the first seen the topic of Maharashtra and Ramayana. The supreme commander of the army is the president of the India, and professional head is known as the chief of army staff. A soldier faces deed bravely. He fights up to the last moment of his life in order to protect his motherland. He sacrificed everything for the nation. Soldier protects our country and us. We all are proud of our army officers of our country who have given their lives and save our country. I'm proud to be Indian. Thank you.
Yes, proud to be an Indian, the Indian Army. When you think about
Yes,
the Indian Army, I am always at a loss for words. How to praise them? Words are not enough. Even if you talk about them from morning till night, your stories will not be completed. So there's always
Our
something
army,
more.
ma'am, our army done a lot for, that's war.
Yeah. Listen
Yes.
to that song, Mere Watan Ke Log Ho, and you will get
Yes.
the sketch
Yes.
of whatever is there. So it brings tears in your eyes, of course, whenever you listen to the song. You have to be attached.
गूजबम्प होता है मैम ये सब सॉन्ग्स
Exactly. Exactly. Very good. Yes, Soumya Singh. Let's start.
यस मैम
Why are the
Hello,
boys so quiet in this class? सभी ने अपने कैमरास बंद करके रखे हुए क्यों? सभी को एब्सेंट करूंगी मैं. Today only 5-6 students are present in my class. The rest are all absent. Those who have their cameras off will be absent in my class. Full and final settlement. Yes, Soumya, continue.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, ma'am, and everyone. I want to talk about the novel Nirmala, written by the great novelist Munshi Premchand. Nirmala is that book which is written by Munshi Premchand I like most. Because of that, Premchand is one of the greatest novelists and writer. The writer explained the situation and condition of society in that time in this book. In this novel, Nirmala, a beautiful lady, she was very innocent and childish. In childish age, she gets married from uncle type man. She is absolutely don't know what is the meaning of marriage. Her husband was an old man and double-aged man than Nirmala. In that time, there were some inappropriate um, inappropriate ritual was famous such as child marriage and sati pratha, etc. Nirmala get married in childhood with very old age man. Her life was ruined. Her childhood was ruined due to this marriage. But Nirmala accept all those things because of family condition. Her father was died due to illness and the family situation get lost. Financial problem occurred. All pressure come on Nirmala's mother. In this situation, Nirmala get married. Nirmala have also a little sister. When Nirmala come in on husband's house, she gradually adjusted in that environment. Nirmala have a brother-in-law. He was same years old as Nirmala. Her husband name is Sitaram. Sitaram was an advocate and old man, but her desire was so young. He wants all attention from his wife, but Nirmala was always busy in her housework. That's it, ma'am.
So, Soumya Singh, do you speak Bhojpuri in your? Is Bhojpuri your mother tongue?
No, ma'am.
Then
मगही
मगही बोलते हो, ठीक है,
फैमिली में कोई बोलता नहीं है मैम बट है मगही
मगही बोलते हो, ठीक है. आप जो इंग्लिश बोल रहे हैं ना, थोड़ा सा उस लैंग्वेज का आ जाता है, थोड़ा सा इन्फ्लुएंस हो जाता है.
यस मैम
ठीक है, वो धीरे धीरे ठीक हो जाएगा. वो नहीं आना चाहिए मदर टंग इन्फ्लुएंस. तो इसलिए मैंने मैंने सोचा कि आपको उसी वक्त रोक के पूछे कि आर यू स्पीकिंग भोजपुरी और रीजनल लैंग्वेज, बिकॉज दैट इन्फ्लुएंस इज देयर, वेरी मच देयर इन योर English. It should not be there, which will slowly, gradually, it will.
यस मैम
Yeah. Yes, Sikandar Chauhan.
Yes, ma'am. So, hello everyone. My name is Sikandar Kumar, and I am gonna talking about selfishness. So, let's start. Selfish is an adjective that describes someone who only cares about themselves and what they want. The needs of others are not as important to them as their own. Advantage of selfishness. Sometimes it's good to be selfish to protect yourself from being taken advantage of. Selfishness helps in achieving success. Disadvantage of selfishness. Selfish people are lost so much in life because even when they realize. Yeah, ma'am.
ठीक है, बोलो.
Selfish people lose so much in life because even when they realize they are wrong and don't know how to ask for forgiveness or so regrets. Being selfless ruins the relationship. And now let's talk about a conclusion. Being selfish and not being both is right in their respective situation. Selfness helps in achieving success, and it's better not to have selfness to build relationship. Thank you, ma'am. That's all.
Why this? That's it. That's all. No, do not use that. That's it. That's all.
So sorry, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay. Yes, Harshit Kumar Sinha. Yeah.
मैम अभी थोड़ा सा लिखे हैं मैम.
थोड़ा सा क्यों लिखे हैं? होमवर्क थोड़ा सा थोड़ी हो रहा है, एक दो पैराग्राफ, एक कहानियां। देखिए लड़कियों ने कितने अच्छी तरह से कंपाइल किया है, कोई मुंशी प्रेमचंद, कोई निर्मला की पूरी कहानी सुना दी आपको। तो दे आर गर्ल्स हु आर एटलीस्ट दे आर डेवलपिंग हैबिट ऑफ रीडिंग। इतना तो मुझे खुशी बहुत है इस बात की कि कम से कम पढ़ रहे हो तुम और रीडिंग हैबिट डाल रहे हो। रीडिंग जितनी रीडिंग करोगे उतनी बेटर होगी। तो दिस आई एम वेरी हैप्पी। यस हर्षित।
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, topic है my idea.
Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am. My idea is great India, in which India are best country in the world. Every people is happy. Every people is equal. Like money, faith, religion. Doesn't matter who. Doesn't matter what's your religion and language. Only matter you are Indian. You know that India is the world leader right now. India biggest problem. Also Indian people. Every development destroy the Indian people. More than corrupt people of India, uneducated in the world. This is my country problem and my also. That's it.
Okay. It was a very
Ma'am,
good
बढ़िया।
topic. Why is Aditya Roshan? Why are you not happy? Why this emoticon? So Indian people. So my idea is started with Indian people, India. Yeah, and let us start. Shivam Gupta, where are you? Shivam Gupta. Akriti, you want to say something? You've been quiet all day today.
Actually, my connection was really bad. I wasn't able to hear you properly.
Yeah, what? Yes. Come again. Yeah. Yeah, Akriti, were you saying something?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, my connection was really bad today, so I wasn't able to hear you properly.
All right. Fine. Ivanshu Raj. Anshu Kumar. Start. And there's another one. Roll number 73, Mitlesh Kumar. शांतनु पांडे. शिवम गुप्ता, तुम कहाँ चले गए थे?
मैम नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है बार बार।
ओके, अभी ठीक है?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, guys, you are back from your Python, so you already your mind is now free. So you get back to your idea and get back to your assessment. Think about your assessment. Think what questions you can be asked. Think how can you answer this question and how you can ace out this assessment, right? Fine then. If nobody wants to say anything, that's it for today then.